JuJu Smith-Schuster, before their game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, had a comment that may have gotten blown up a little bit. I won't lie. We put the story out there as well, but so did everybody else. And I felt like it was a story that had to be covered. He was asked about, the question was looking at this season compared to being on the opposite side of the field when he was with the Steelers last season, when they lost to the Chiefs. I want to say it was 42-21 in the first round of the playoffs. He said, it feels good to be on this sideline. It's amazing. Last year, it was a tough situation coming in here and playing a great team. Now that I'm here and I'm going into this game playing against another good team, it just feels good to be on this side of the ball. Is that a dig in the Steelers, or are we overreacting? And are players allowed to say that stuff? Like, is it a point in time where you're removed from the franchise long enough where it doesn't really matter? Like, you're allowed to put more praise on your current team than try to hold back and protect your old one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he owes anything to the Steelers anymore. I don't think Steelers fans really think a whole lot about, oh, what if JuJu had stayed or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's really a concern either. So in that sense, no, it's not a huge deal, but it was kind of it's hard to get around the idea of it was a little of just being on that team and JuJu holding that as kind of a negative experience,
Yep.
And I think it was a little think about the way they got to those playoffs. It was a slow start, get hot down the stretch, and then you kind of sneak in and then have to go play one of the best teams in the league, and you get blunt. That's just a bit of a roller coaster of a season and a disappointing end to it. And so you kind of understand where he's coming from, and it's hard not to look at someone saying, I'm in a position now to compete for a Super Bowl, and that is much more pleasant than being kind of steamrolled on the way to another team's path to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't have to protect the Steelers. There's no point in that, but I just feel like there's a couple of things. For one, JuJu came back and played in that game when he shouldn't have played in that game. Was hurt all season, was on IR, came back, practiced for 2 days, and was like, "What? I'm playing. I'm going out there." And I think that alone showed a lot of people dude, JuJu loves football, but he loves this team. And then to make that comment, you're kind of just like, okay, well, dude, you had so much heart going into that game. Now you're going to look at it, like you said, a negative experience when it shouldn't be. It should have just been we were in a bad spot last year. And I don't know how you answer that question correctly. I have no idea. But it just feels like your sense of how he viewed his time with the Steelers was not positive. And you kind of get that in a lot of things that he says this year. He talked about how he learned more from Andy Reid in one season than he learned from the Steelers in 5 years. I get it. You probably did. Your offensive coordinators were Randy Fichtner and Matt Canada. Not great. But yeah, Ben Roethlisberger, you could compare him to Patrick Mahomes all day. Ben Roethlisberger's got just as many Super Bowls as Patrick Mahomes does. He's easily a Hall of Famer, a first ballot. He's one of the greatest of all time. You can't take things away from him to compare him to Patrick Mahomes. I just think that JuJu's kind of just removed himself from the Steelers so much that maybe it hurts a little bit if you're a Steelers fan.
Yeah. For a guy you drafted and kind of helped develop into what he is now
and fell in love with the city. The dude came back. He left Kansas City and made sure to come back and hold a final farewell event to give back to the city and say his goodbyes. I mean, I talked to him. I went to the event and spoke to him one-on-one about he was like, dude, I just wanted to make sure I said bye to the fans. And I'm so appreciative of the Steelers and the city of Pittsburgh. We're not even a year removed yet. And it just feels like the Steelers don't exist to JuJu ever again.
Yeah. And that's tough. And I just wonder how much of it was colored by JuJu had a lot of success here. They won a bunch of games. It wasn't, but the postseason success was kind of something that eluded him and the rest of the team while he was there. And you just wonder how much that kind of colors it. I mean, that's I don't know. So
Breaking news. Manscaped now sells beard products. That's right. They are once again revolutionizing men's grooming with the brand new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. From a beard trim to a fresh shave, this technology behind the Beard Hedger Pro Kit allows you to shape your signature beard and look. Now you can finally use Manscaped products to make sure your drapes match the carpet by going to manscaped.com and using Steelers20 for 20% off and free shipping. It's time to tame your mane. No one likes a weird beard, so say goodbye to all your stubble with Manscaped's Pro Beard Kit. It all starts with the Beard Hedger. This thing is a juggernaut of fixing faces. First off, this cordless trimmer has a rotary wheel that gives you 20 hair cutting lengths, all with one guard. So no more messy drawers full of extra add-ons. That's right. Face grooming doesn't need to be hard. Get 20 different beard lengths in just one guard. It's also waterproof, so you can shave in the shower to avoid all that hair in the sink. The titanium-coated T-blade is tough on hair but smooth on your face, leading to single-stroke efficiency that brings satisfaction one stroke at a time. The Pro Kit doesn't even end there, though. They have created 4 dermatologist-tested formulas for your post-trim care. First, there is the beard shampoo and conditioner. You need to remember all your hair is different. Your beard hair is more coarse and easier to damage than the hair on your head. That's why the kit has made shampoo and conditioner specially designed to moisturize, reduce ingrown hairs, replace natural oils, and promote beard health. Next, the kit has Manscaped's beard oil, an essential piece to your main facial accessory. No one wants a guy whose beard is brittle and dry. The oil relieves dryness both on the beard and the skin beneath, while adding a little shimmer and shine, making you look extra fine. Cap off the kit with the Beard Balm, a pomade that shapes, styles, moisturizes, and tames for a sculpted look to attract any fellows or dames. The Pro Beard Kit also comes with three free gifts: a beard brush, a comb, and scissors to ensure your beard is ready to impress. So get 20% off and free shipping with our code Steelers20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. And all you have to do is use our code Steelers20. Manscaped, Beard Hedger, one stroke, one guard, 20 lengths.
Yeah, I can completely understand. And it's not even like JuJu went from, the Steelers to, I don't even know, the 49ers or something.
Yeah.
Like he got to directly see what his opponent from last year was doing when they beat him by 20 points.
Yep. And he knows how it felt. I think that's the biggest thing, is like he felt what it was like to lose by 21 points in the first round of the playoffs, and it definitely didn't feel good. Mm-hmm. So why would you rehash the past to those guys, especially guys that you're very close with, like Ben Roethlisberger?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's an argument that he didn't rehash it. He was asked a question about it.
No, yeah. Agreed.
He answered it honestly, but I agree. There is a way to say, yeah, that was really tough. Feels good to win, but I also enjoyed that ride and that team and being right. Blah blah blah. You don't have to say everything that you're actually thinking.
No, and there's a lot of guys. Me and personally, there are a lot of guys that are put in situations where they're asked a question that they could easily make a headline, and they choose not to. And they are very careful with their words. JuJu's been in front of the media the dude's a media guru. He was the beginning of this new era of media players, like players with the TikToks and the YouTubes and the, like JuJu started that. He knows how to operate in the media. And I think because of that, you have to take that. You have to look at it and be like, he knows what he's saying. Do I think that he meant to kind of take a dig at the Steelers? No, but I think that at the same light, just like you said, you could take a breath and say, I respect the Steelers. I had a great time there. I learned a lot. It feels good to be on a team that's headed to the Super Bowl, because at that point you're just like, yeah, well, it's very true. Like the Steelers were not headed to the Super Bowl. They're not headed to a Super Bowl, but we appreciate that you had fun here. And I think the Steelers would handle that a lot better. Yeah.
Right. And I mean, at a certain point, like Steelers fans have to be like, not that, he was right to a certain extent. And you have
Yes.
to look at it as somewhat as a reflection of your own franchise that, JuJu was a part of that, but he's also a part of a team that's headed to the AFC Championship and
Yep.
probably will be favored in that game to go back to the Super Bowl. Like that's a reflection on you just as much as it's a reflection on him.
Yep. Having his second best season of his career, like
Right.
clearly made the right move. So you got to give credit where credit's due. And JuJu is on a team and is the star wide receiver of a team if you discount Travis Kelce. And they're in a better spot than the Steelers. So I agree.